What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Night Owl channel. Welcome to another 7 Deadly Sins video. It's been a while since I made a video on this game. I honestly stopped playing it for a while because the series that I was originally doing, I was walking through the story and stuff like that. It made the game kind of boring for me, so I stopped playing it. And I recently just picked it back up again, played through the story. I'm having a lot of fun with it. If you guys enjoy the anime, the actual 7 Deadly Sins anime on Netflix, you will enjoy the game. It is a lot of fun, at least to me. So I want to share some beginner tips with anybody that needs help with the game, at least in the beginning part. I'm not an expert. This is not, my area of expertise. So just some things that I noticed and some things that I was confused on, and I, got some clarity on by watching other videos and just playing through and stuff like that, that I wanted to help any beginners out there with. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so the first tip we're going to start off with is equipment, because it's probably the biggest one and it's going to take the most to really explain here. So let's go ahead and go into Eskimo here. The game does a good job of explaining it as well, but there's sort of a couple of things that are a little fuzzy, and there's also a little tip I want to share with you guys that I learned from a different video as well. Again, I'm not an expert. I had to look it up just to see how I was doing and why, what was right to do and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and remove all the equipment here, because I know people are going to watch it and be like, oh my god, you have the wrong equipment. I know I learned the hard way. And so let's go ahead and start off with, let's say you have a blank character like this and you want to apply certain equipment to the character. All right, so you want to focus on getting, of course, the SSR equipment. The SSR equipment is the best equipment. However, though, you only want to apply it to the left side here. So you have the brace, the necklace, and the belt. Those are the biggest SSRs you want to find. If you have golds and stuff right now, or rares, silvers and stuff like that, that's fine. Apply it. Do not upgrade them though. Only start upgrading when you get the platinums, the SSRs to put on the side. So let's go ahead and put a couple bracers, or a bracer on Escanor. Let's put a necklace on him, and I'm just gonna randomly put some stuff on just for demonstration purposes, and a belt. And okay, good. We got our left side done. And now for our right side, we need a ring, earrings, and an amulet. I believe it's an amulet. So you don't want to put SSRs on this side, because, or at least not right away, because if you're free to play like me, I'm 100% free to play, I haven't bought anything on the account, you're going to want to make it easier and make it easier to upgrade your characters, make them stronger and stuff like that. So you're going to want to put the R's on this side. It costs gold to upgrade them. It doesn't cost a lot. It does cost a lot of gold, but it doesn't cost like diamonds. It doesn't cost like anvils, which I'll go through in a minute. So let's go ahead and put some R's over here. So we have earrings. Go ahead and equip that. We have, do we have a ring? Ring. I just salvaged for these because, again, I made a mistake by not doing it this way. A lot of my top characters have all SSRs, all gold, all SSRs, and I really messed that up. But anyway, so we have Escanor here. So the first thing you want to focus on is making your left side as strong as possible, and then doing your right side. The left and the right side are identical to each other, so this gives you attack bonus. This also gives you attack bonus. This one gives you defense, defense, HP, HP. The left side gives you a lot more than the right side will ever do. Even the SSRs on the right side, 3,933 to 7,000. I mean, that's almost twice as much as the right side gives you. So that's why people suggest doing it this way. So that way you can upgrade this. Let's go to enhance. You can see it only costs 600, and let's just go ahead and boost it up here. So this is what you're going to want to do for your equipment. You're going to boost it up. All right, so I'm going to boost it up here real quick. All right, so keep pressing this enhance button. You see this enhance success rate, by the way, it says 100%. We're going to get to a higher level. I'm going to do it on the left side. I'm going to show you that that goes down, and this little gauge right here will help you, increase that when you fail. I'll show you what that means in a second. So I didn't know what it meant, to be honest. I thought that when this goes all the way up, that you 100% failed the entire time. Like, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. All right, so let's go ahead and finish him up. We got the amulet to level 5 now. So the level 5 is the max level. Now we can awaken it, okay? So when you awaken it, all right, it gets a little extra bonus. It gets some powers, and, it just makes you stronger in general. But you see this bonus right here? All right, so what we want to focus on getting is attack, or what's this? This is HP, right? So you want to get HP, all right? Whatever it is, whether it's HP, defense, or attack, you want that bonus. You don't want regeneration rate. You don't want anything that doesn't say what it, HP, defense, or attack. Let me go ahead and re-roll it. So these are the anvils I was talking about. These are very rare. Make sure that if you get them, save them, and use them only when you need to. Like, this costs gold, okay? The SSRs are going to cost diamonds. I'm going to show you here in a second. Those cost diamonds. I'm going to re-roll it. Let's see what we get this time. 10,000 gold. That's nothing. Did we get any HP? Look at that. HP plus 1.2%. It's not the greatest. That's kind of low. But we got HP. I'm going to stick with that for now. We're going to exit out. Now we have an HP bonus of plus 1.2%. By the way, HP increases your power a lot more than attack and defense. So if you ever want to increase your power by a lot, do HP. All right, so let's go over to the left side here. This is already at plus 5. So you can see I've already made a mistake of locking the regeneration rate. Again, it was, you know, I was a beginner. I didn't really understand it. I was just thinking, oh, regeneration rate, that's pretty cool. So every time, you know, my turn for when I'm attacking, they get more health and stuff like that. But that's not really what you want. You want the HP, defense, or attack. All right, so let's go ahead and do, I guess, the bracer. So the bracer up here, let's go ahead and enhance it. And you can see I picked the wrong one. I got crit damage here, so I'll have to fix that later. But let's go ahead and enhance it. You can see it's a lot more expensive to do it. And the success rate, is it going to work? Oh, it failed. The success rate is 80%. Every time you fail, this is a failure, this gauge goes up, right? And you can start using the gauge in order to make this 100%. So you can't do it, so I can't turn it on, see? I can't turn it on unless it actually has at least 20%, because this is 80. It has to equal 100% for you to use it. Let's go ahead and do it again, see if we can get it to work. Failed again. You see every time you fail, it goes up. Try one more time. Maybe it'll give me another failure. Oh, it worked that time. Okay, cool. So attack goes up. Try one more time. Let's see if I can get it to fail one more time. Okay. One more time. This is the longest part. It's probably the biggest tip, because the equipment, man, the equipment increases your power by a lot. And if you don't do it correctly, you know, you could be missing out on a lot of points that you could potentially have. So, okay, that was pretty easy. We got it to level 5 without really much resistance except for that first one. Now we can awaken it. All right, so again, we're gonna awaken it. Costs 160,000 gold and 2 awakening stones. Okay, awakening stones are very important as well. Make sure when you get them, you save them. All right, so I got crit chance again, but look, it costs diamonds to re-roll it. And if you're a free-to-play player like me, my diamonds are very important. So instead of using diamonds, we're gonna have to use anvils. Okay, so anvils is what we're gonna have to use to re-roll it. That's why you need to save them and wait to use them for your big and your best stuff. Crit damage again, which isn't bad, but you know, you really want that attack power. You really want that attack power to increase your attack on your already strong items. So what do we get? Pierce rate? No, no. I've seen people on these YouTube videos that are reroll like 200 times and not get the one that they want. I hope this doesn't happen. I'm not really trying to run through all my anvils right now. Come on. There we go. All right, attack 2.7%. I'm good with that. Let's cancel it out, or let's exit out. And we have the attack 2.7. Again, I had the crit damage at, you know, 4.1%. I accidentally kept that there because I didn't really know. I didn't really look into it. So one last thing before we go into the next tip is these little icons here. You see, like, you got the heart, the sword, and damage, whatever. You want to match those up with, you know, other items that you have. So let's go to all here, and you'll see, actually, let's go back into it. You see, this is a 4-set HP plus 20%. It's probably one of the best ones, I think. Again, HP is really big for power, for getting your combat class up. And let's go to all. There we go. All right, so I want more. I need 4 hearts, 4 life attributes, 4 life attributes for my equipment in order to get the bonus. All right, so let's see if we have any. We have earrings. All right, I'm just gonna put it here just to show you guys here. We have earrings. Do we have anything else? We don't have anything else. So we don't have. I don't have any more health ones available. But if I were to take like these 4 right here, see these 4? So if I put this one on, we have the bracer for attack. We have the belt for, no, it's for recovery. This is for recovery rate. All right. So this one you only need 2. See how it's green now, and you can see it right here. We have the little recovery. So now our recovery rate is up 20%. You really want to go towards this HP though. The HP again really helps with your power and stuff like that. But that's what you want to do. So I do 4 usually when I get the little life ones. Again, I got to fix my accounts because again I messed up on it. I know. So I'm gonna wait till I get 4 of these, make 4, and then the last 2, whatever it is that I'm missing, you can make the 2 out of not that one. Is this one? Yep, 2 set for crit resistance. You get the 2 set for crit damage. That's a good one right there. These are all the same. You know, you just find out what you want. Get the 2 set and the 4 set, and you'll be good to go. Or you can get 3 2 sets. It's whatever you guys want. It's whatever you guys want. But that's just to explain the basics of the equipment. It is a lot. It's a lot of things that I miss, and again, that's why my accounts are a little, you know, somebody who's watching me playing for a while will definitely know that I messed up a little bit, but it's not unfixable. It's just something that you want to keep in mind as you're making your account. Again, you want the rares on this side at the beginning. You want the rares on this side. Okay, it's gonna be easier to upgrade these and make them very strong versus SSRs. And then when you have excess money or excess resources, then you can go ahead and start putting more SSRs on this side. I mean, if you have everything over here max and you're like, okay, now it's trying to do this side, go for it. But with being free to play, it's going to take a little bit of time. Let's go ahead and jump to the next tip. I know it took a while, and the other tips won't be as long as that one. All right, the second tip we're going to go over is, I guess the second and the third, because they kind of go back both together, is Affinity and Cosmetic. So like costumes, weapons, you can change all that with each character and stuff like that. But for me, when I first started, of course, I thought like most games and most cosmetics in games, they don't do anything for your character, so I never really pursued them. However, that was a mistake, and I found out later on that you kind of want those cosmetics because they actually give you guys powers. Let's go ahead and take a look at Escanor here to see what I'm talking about. So we have his affinity down here. We have 4 out of 5 hearts. Go ahead and look into him, and we can see that I'm almost at the top level to where I'll get a headpiece, a cosmetic. All right, it'll give me plus 930 HP and plus 4% recovery rate. I never looked into it. Never looked into it because I just assumed, oh, you're just changing his look. That's not going to do anything for him. To increase people's affinity, you can either give them some ale, so some alcohol, and you can give them a heart, which I think you get from missions. You can also buy it in certain shops like that. If you click on it and you click location, yeah, you can get it in the item shop. That's the only place you can get them, or you get them as rewards. But the best way to increase someone's affinity is to give them meals, because you can actually cook these things. So you have the raisin with sugar, and then we have, what is this? Caviar milk canapé. So giving him this will increase his affinity. You just have to make it, and with Bond, you know, just go to him, cook those meals, and then give it to whoever you're trying to give it to, and it'll increase their affinity. Let's go ahead and go back here real quick, and then go over to his closet. So once you reach that top affinity, you're gonna get his costume. So we have outfits, weapons, and cosmetic. They're all cosmetic. So what they do is basically stack and give you bonuses. So you can see here I have 2 things unlocked because, you know, I upgraded my Escanor from SSR to UR, which gave him a different costume. You can see here that the 2 outfits are giving him bonuses: plus 300 defense, plus 2% crit resistance, plus 2% resistance, and plus 2% crit defense. So you can see here that both of these, you see how these have like 120, 180 defense. That's the 300 right there. Resistance 2%, there it is right there. Crit resistance right there. So when you unlock more of these costumes right here, you can have up to 5, and they all stack and make your character like 5, 10 times stronger. Weapons, I have the new one, the little Rita thing from the event that I just did, and then his basic one, plus 300. Plus, I mean, make sure that you find a way to get the weapons and the outfits and the cosmetics for the characters that you use the most. Escanor is probably one of the characters I'm going to be using for a while, so I'm going to take the time to invest and try to make him as strong as I can. So I'm looking for his weapons, his outfits, anything that I can get my hands on, free to play, because his outfit in the shop right now is like $40. I'm not paying $40 for a freaking outfit. That's ridiculous. But the affinity is one of the best, or I guess not the best, but it's like one of the free ways to get it. It's going to take a bit of a grind to do it, and you just got to cook those meals and give them to them, and it'll increase their affinity, and you'll get their cosmetics, which will increase their power. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump to the next tip. That's basically all I have for affinity. Alright guys, so the next tip after that, it kind of goes in tandem with the affinity, which was the cooking I was talking about, is cooking and making money with the cooking. So we go over here to Bond, and since I'm working on Escanor so much, I've been using that raisin with sugar, I believe, recipe. You can make whatever you want. If you have the ingredients to make it, go ahead and make it. You might have, you might find some different recipes, some good things and stuff like that. Also, when you go into battle, you can eat the food that you make for buffs. Let's go ahead and go into the cooking menu here. And so the way to make money with this, you can see that all of the dishes have like levels next to them. I haven't really been pushing my cooking like that, but I've been doing it mostly for the affinity kind of stuff. So you can see here that the only thing I have leveled up is the raisin with sugar at level 3. The max level you can get is level 5, all right? And the game also, I believe it taught you about the calculating sales with Mr. Hawk here. And you can see if I go into this little cake icon, we have the calculate sales menu. All right, so this is all the food that's being generated, you know, all the money that's being generated over time. And you want to make your food level 5s and then put them in here. So that way, this is my raisin right here. All the other ones are level 1, so they don't make that much. But this one makes like 450 gold per hour. You can change it right here, and you can see I got level 1, level 1. My level 3 right here makes 450 gold per hour. All right, that's pretty good. It's not that great, but it's better than any of the other ones I have on the table, because you can see this one does 550 per 3 hours. Okay, so we divide that by 3, that's probably like, that's less than 200 gold per hour. So it's not that bad. Make sure to get your food up. If you're working in tandem with an affinity, just use that one. Just use whatever you're cooking all the time on your calculate sales, and you'll get, you know, you'll hit 2 birds with 1 stone pretty much. So that's what I'm doing with the affinity and the cooking stuff. That's one way to make money. The next way to make money is with Veronica and your gold stuff. So like, I think they're called, what are they called, treasure chests or something? Let's go on the menu here. Again, I'm not an expert on this game just yet. I just basic stuff that I've seen from other videos, and then playing the game so much. It's just a lot. It's just a fun game. So these are treasure boxes, treasure chests. All right, so you see they're worth a certain amount of gold here. 37,000. That's a lot of gold, and I have 10 of them. So that's, you know, it's a good 375,000 gold. It's a lot of gold. All right. So the way to increase that though, you don't want to sell them right away. So what you want to do here, and I do this every day. We're gonna go over another tip that goes in tandem with this, and it'll make a little bit more sense. But once you get all your treasure chests, you're gonna go over to this little piece of paper and click on the icon. And you're going to click on this button that says Invite Veronica. Veronica gives you a lot of gold for those treasure chests. It actually increases the sell rate by 20%. So you get 20% more than whatever the original price was. So we're going to invite Veronica here. It's free per day. And then the second time you invite her, it's 1 diamond. So you can spend that if you want to, if you need to invite her more than once per day. But we're going to go ahead and do the free. And so she's going to come and visit. So what you have to do is just go to like, so I'll go to the world here. And I'll go to, let's see, where are we at? Are we at Vanya? Yeah, so let's go to Vanya. I'll just head into Vanya real quick. So I'm gonna let that load, and then when we load into the village, we're gonna go back into the tavern, and Veronica will be there. Let's see what she wants. So Veronica, in order to get that discount, you have to give her a dish. You have to give her some food in order to get that discount. So we're in Vanya, and it's gonna load up. We're gonna go back into the tavern. Yes. And then once we get back to the tavern, it just takes a little bit to load, that's all. You can see Veronica is sitting at the table right here. This is Veronica, she's got the purple hair. And we're gonna click this little talk button, and she's gonna say something, Griamore, cool, and I'm like, yeah, he's annoying, whatever. That's so irritating, she's mad. Okay, so she wants honey pudding. That's what she wants. So we have to gift it to her so that way we can get our, I don't know if it's a discount, but it's like an upset. We get more money for it. So let me show you here. We're going to go back. So I need to make what? Honey pudding. So we're going over to Bon. Goes again. He cooks all the meals. And let's see. So we need to make honey pudding. Let's go to the cooking menu because I'm not going to know what honey pudding is. You're going to scroll down. Let's see if we can find honey pudding. Honey pudding. So it's going to have honey in it, right? Honey pudding. So we need milk, honey, and I think that's fish. What is that? I don't know what that is. All right, we have milk. I currently have 9. So I have milk. How much honey do I have? I have 8. I have 8 honey. So if you click on each one, you'll see how much you have. And then this is, oh, breath of Dan. I don't even know what that is. Breath? And I have 10 of these. So I can make 1 honey pudding and give it to her. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to OK. So it's milk, honey, and the breath of Danifor. That's kind of weird. Anyway, let's go ahead and cook the dish here. And Bon's going to make it for us. Thank you, Sir Bon. And we have honey pudding now to give her. Let's go ahead and go back here. Go back again. And now let's walk back over to the table. And she's mad. All right, so let's give her the honey pudding gift. Got 10,000 gold for it. And now, sales guru. So selling price increased by 20% when selling to shops in any chapter. So you can do this in any chapter. So I'm going to go back to the world here and go to the Vanya. You can go to Vanya, you can go to any material shop, any wherever, and just sell the items that you have. You can also, if you are part of a knighthood, you can go to your knighthood and sell it there. Let's go to material shop. Let's click on the left side. It'll automatically go there for you. Let him walk there. And now you're going to get 20% more for each treasure chest. And then whatever else you want to sell. So things that you don't need and you want gold, just sell it. All right. So we're here. Let's go ahead and sell 20%. You see the little icon. Let's go down to miscellaneous. And let's give her all the treasure chests. So we're going to do sell multiple. And click 1, 2, 3. Look at that. 1.7 million gold for all of that. Thank you. Now I'm at 2 million gold. That's beautiful. This is something I didn't know about, by the way. I didn't know about this until like maybe a few days ago when I watched a video on it. So for those of you that need help with that, do it this way. You get tons more gold by doing it this way. But let's go ahead and jump into the next tip. All right, next tip we have is just a couple quick ones. The first one is going to be canceling quests. So I had a lot of issues with having too many quests because I didn't know how to cancel them. All you want to do is click on the quest that you want to cancel, and you can see it right underneath the picture. I didn't know that, okay? Because I had like a bunch of them over there that I didn't want to complete just yet, and I did different things, and then I tried to complete, you know, like these village ones, and I didn't have enough room. So if you ever want to cancel quests, you just go to the quest you want to cancel and press that cancel quest button right underneath the picture, okay? The next one we're going to go over is game settings, and this is for when you become like a little bit more into the game, or you've seen, you know, you want to make your farming a little bit faster. So go into game settings, and you see the power saving mode here. So after 3 minutes of not touching the screen, so say like, you know, one of the features in the game is an auto button. You can just, you know, put your phone down and you can kind of just let them run through the raid for you. Just turn this to off, because after 3 minutes of not touching your phone, it'll go to a power saving mode, and it'll ask you, hey, if you don't touch your screen in 5 minutes, we'll turn off the game. You know, it'll think you're not playing. So I turn that to off. And then another thing I turn off is the skip animation button. So I've seen my ultimate moves for my characters so many times, you know, they kind of waste time kind of thing. So I just click the all button. All right, so skip animation to all. It'll automatically skip all animations. So that way it saves you time when you're farming and stuff like that. You'll get through stuff a little quicker. Just a little tip there. I want to save a little bit more time in farming. And then a couple other quick tips that I have. The first one is the location to find things. So let's say you're cooking and you're like, I don't know where to find honey. I don't know where to find milk. I don't know where to find any of that stuff. So if you go to cooking menu and say you want to make the glazed chicken, and you're like, I don't know where to find this chicken, just click on the location button. I'm sure that most of you guys know that already, but just in case you didn't, you can see you can find it here. You can find it here, and you can also buy the materials at the material shop. If you don't want to farm for them, if you don't want to spend time trying to grab them, because sometimes, you know, they don't drop, just go to the material shop. You can go and buy it easily, very cheap, and you'll get what you want. You can do that with pretty much anything that requires ingredients. You can do that with cooking. You can do that with awakenings. You can do that with, you know, evolve, evolutions, anything that you need to find a specific ingredient. Just click on that location button. It'll show you everything, okay? And then the next quick tip is, if you want to play with friends, you have to get through episode 73 in order to join a knighthood. You can see that I have the knighthood button down here. I created one myself. If you want to create one yourself for your friends, keep in mind that you have to have 1 million gold in order to make one. It's not cheap, and you have to be past episode 73. In order to get past 73, you have to be like 85,000 power. It does not take it's not very difficult to do. You just have to make sure you're around that power. All right, the last few tips I want to go over here is, I guess, going in with that kind of beating the story kind of thing. So I'm at the point where I'm going against Gallon. He's pretty tough, and I'm having a hard time with it right now. But if I go to go now, right, there is a way to help your story. There's a way to get through the story a lot easier without having to really grind your own characters. And don't take too much advantage of this, because you can only use one character at a time. But what I mean, we're going to go into the main one here, and we're going to fight against Gallon. He's got a 98,000 CC. He's a pretty strong guy. And you can see down here we have all these options to pick from other characters, okay? Now, unfortunately, I have to use Deanne and I have to use Meliodas. So if I wanted to make my team really strong, I would put probably, I'd probably get her out the way. So let's go ahead and move her, because I don't want her in here. So we're going to remove her. And what you can do is you can add one of these characters on the bottom to your team. Okay, you can see there's someone has a level 70 go through I can use. This is one of my friends, Meliodas. Make as many friends as you can, by the way. It helps you. You can use their characters, especially if they're stronger than you. You can use their characters, I think, once a day or something like that. And it gives them coins. At first, I thought that meant you had to pay them in order to do it. I thought you had to pay them coins in order to do it, so I would never do this. But it actually gives them coins when you use their character. And it helps your team out if you put like a level 75 here. It'll increase your CC, okay? And then you can only do one at a time, so make sure you choose wisely and all that stuff. But that'll help you a lot. So say like you're having a hard time and you need like just a little bit of CC, right? You just use somebody's thing on the bottom, and sometimes they'll give you characters to use, and it'll increase your CC, and it'll make it maybe easier to get through some of the stories. Just a little tip there. For anyone that doesn't understand this bottom part, you don't have to pay the coins. It's not anything like, there's no payment for them. They're just getting coins when you use their characters. So that's something that I confused myself with, and I didn't really know what it was. So it might help you with the story. Just try it out if you guys need like a little extra CC and stuff like that. It'll help you get to the story maybe a little easier. All right, and the next tip is a very short one. It's just going into the coin shop here. Oh, not this one. Going into the coin shop and using your coins correctly. Since we're all free to play here, we're going to need to purchase the things that we're going to need in order to increase our chances of grinding and being able to grind throughout the day or however long we play. So if we go to the silver shop here, you can see you get your daily free chest. Make sure to grab that. I didn't do that with my cell. Make sure to do that. And then you can see the stamina potion here. So the stamina potion is what allows you to do things, attack and raid and farm and all that stuff. Make sure to always use your silver coins to buy more stamina. There's not really anything else worth it in here. I mean, there's really not. I would say there's really not anything else really worth it except for this and maybe this. This key right here is for Fort Solgres, which we're going to go over towards the end. It's probably going to be the last tip. And but the stamina potion for people that are free to play, this is the way to get them. Also with your friendship coins, again, this is for when you use your characters, someone else uses your characters, and you send. I'll show you guys here in a second. You send them coins, and they'll send you coins. You get friendship coins. So use your coins to buy more stamina or buy the keys for Fort Solgres. This is very important as well. It helps you a lot in that Fort Solgres, which I'll go over here in a minute. But the stamina potions are very, very important, okay? And to send coins to your friends, it's very easy. You just go to menu, you go to friends, and then you can see here, there's a send all button. You'll send everybody in your friends list some coins, and then you'll go back and it'll appear in your inbox. So you go to your inbox and it'll appear right here. Okay, it'll appear right here, you get coins, and then you can buy stuff, okay? All right, now we have Fort Solgres. So Fort Solgres can be found in Vanya. I'm going back here real quick just in case you can't find it. This is where Fort Solgres is. It's in Chapter 1 where Vanya is up to the left. This is probably the most important thing for grinding books, grinding gold, grinding XP. Everything can be found here. So in the middle we have Enhance, this is XP, and we have Evolve. So for red books or somebody, if you have a red character and you want to evolve him, you need these books in order to do that. And if you click to the right, we have the blue, and then all the way to the left we have green. The top and the bottom is the important stuff. We have the events. Okay, so this is those little keys I was talking about, those important ones. If you want to use your silver coins to buy that, you can. It's totally fine. Or friendship coins, that's totally fine, because this helps you, first of all, push towards these SSR pendants, which for free-to-play players is really hard to get. All right, so we have the XP, gold, and of course the books. I would never do the books. If you want books, then just do the specific one that you want. I usually just do gold because I mean I don't really need XP unless if I need XP, I'll do the other ones. I won't waste it on this. I really want the gold here because this is what is going to help me upgrade my equipment, awaken them and all that stuff that I need. Do awakening, do evolutions. There's a lot of gold cost involved, so that's why doing the gold is probably the best one. And with each one that each time you beat it, this goes up by a certain percent. When you get to 100, you get a free SSR pendant. Okay, so it takes a while for them to each reload. That's why having those key bundles is really good, so that way you can get a bunch at one time, and then you can grind it out, get a bunch of gold or whatever you need and stuff like that. Just a little tip, by the way, when you do this one, there's gonna be, what's his name? Let me look at it real quick. Let me look at it. This is something that I kept running into. This guy right here, what's his name? Astaroth Blit. His ultimate will one-shot all of your characters, so be very careful with him. Make sure when you're attacking, and maybe you're on auto like for me, because the strength of these guys it's not very strong. They're like 70,000 I think, and I'm almost at 100,000. But if you let him live and he gets his ultimate off, it usually destroys all my characters. So when you're doing that one and you're running auto, just watch it. Just make sure that he's not getting his ultimate. Make sure to freeze him up or whatever you gotta do. Take him down early. Just make sure to watch out for that, because that's what I kept running into. And he always used to like intimidate me when I used to do these events because he has an ultimate that targets all of your characters at once. So that's just one thing I would keep in mind. But let's go ahead and move on to the last tip. All right, the last thing I want to go over, guys, is the pop-up shop. So unfortunately right now the pop-up shop isn't going on for me right now, but I wanted to mention it so that way you guys are aware of it. The pop-up shop is a very good thing to always keep in mind and always look out for. I'm in Vanya right now, so this is where the pop-up shop would be at. If we click on here, we can see the pop-up shop will come to Post Town Tala in about 50 minutes, so then I can see what they're selling and stuff like that. What the pop-up shop sells is weapons. Okay, they sell a bunch of weapons for your characters. And again, like I told you, the cosmetics are very important because they increase your character's strength. So if you're using Jillian and you want to get her stronger, look for this blade. I mean, they're not always going to sell every single weapon. It's like 3 or 4 weapons at a time. So if you're using Dreyfus and they're selling it, grab it. It only costs gold to buy them. It doesn't cost diamonds. So make sure you go ahead, and if you see the pop-up shop in your corner, so if we go out here real quick and I'll show you at the world, where is it at? Go to world, and you'll see the pop-up shop will be on the bottom side right here. So right next to this, it'll be like above it or like right here. It'll say pop-up shop in a certain town. You go there and you can buy those weapons and stuff like that. Depending on your level with each town, by the way, if you're like only like level 1 or 2, you might not be able to buy some of the weapons, but if you're like level 3 or 4 or 5, you'll have all the options available to buy. So make sure your friendship with each town is a decent level, like 3 or 4, so that way when the pop-up shop goes to those towns, you can buy those weapons for your characters and make them stronger. And I guess one last bonus tip as well, once you find the characters that you like, do not spend your diamonds on getting more characters, okay? So that's what I kept doing. So you see this draw button down here, and you'll see that there's like events going on. You can draw 11 people for 30 diamonds. I would do that a lot. I would save up all my diamonds for 30 and then try to get new people. I'm pretty content. There's a couple characters I still want. There's no specific events for him right now, so I'm not really too worried about it. I got Escanor, so I don't really need him anymore. I would like to get his coin so I can upgrade his ultimate move, but I'm not going to waste 30 gems to try and get that one coin. Definitely recommend. So we go to heroes, and I've been using it a lot on King because King is one of the strongest people in the game, and according to a lot of tier lists that I've seen and stuff like that, so he's one of the strongest. I'm working on making him stronger. If you go to your closet and you go to outfit, weapon, cosmetic, all the way to the right we have the sacred treasure shop. So let's go ahead and click it. This is where you buy the weapons, the cosmetics that you need in order to make your character stronger. You can see I have the one in the middle. I could buy this one right now. I'm probably not going to. It'll increase the defense, crit resistance, and crit defense of King. So this is going to cost diamonds. This is what I save my diamonds for now. I want to get the weapons first because, I don't know, they look cooler, I guess. So if you go to weapons, you can see I've already got this one. I've already got this one. Now I'm saving up for the one on the right here. This cool looking spear that he has. But that's pretty much it. That's all I really have for the video, guys. It's about, I don't know, 13 or 14 tips. I'm not really sure. I just kind of wrote them down, what I thought might help you guys. And if you guys need to rewind and take a look back on any of the tips, feel free to do that. I try to explain them to the best of my ability. Everything else I didn't really cover, either I'm not an expert in or it's already covered by the game pretty well. Like awakening, evolving, limit breaking, all that stuff seems to be covered by the game pretty well, so I don't need to really talk about that. Like ultimate moves, upgrading, all that. If you need anything specifically answered, let me know in the comment section. I'll answer to the best of my abilities, but that's all I have for right now. I'm going to make more videos on this. I'm not really sure what I'll make. Hopefully I can help you guys you know, get to where you want in the game and stuff like that. If you want to join a clan, join my clan. It's called Night Owls, just like it is in Clash of Clans. It's a brand new clan, so if you want to join it, I think the maximum amount of members I can have is 30. I don't know if it increases at any point or not, but right now it's 30. So if you guys do play the game and you get to episode 73, because you have to get to that episode in order to join a clan or a knighthood, make sure to do that. But that's all I have for the video, guys. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Hopefully it helped you guys. If it did, definitely appreciate a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.